Welcome back to Small Engines Galore, where in this episode we are going to be taking these stock lawnmower spindles, bracing them up like this. Huge shout out to OK Off-Road Mowers, go check out their channel please, on coming up with how to design these, because we've been following them for quite a while, and we're basically doing all their upgrades on our mowers, and we got that far so far. So these spindles are for Beast 1 because they're too short to fit in the off-road machine axle, because we found that out after we did them. So we're going to take off-road machine spindles, brace them up like this. They look like this when we started off though. So let's get into welding everything up. Okay, so these are little flat bars that we had. They are 4 inches long. We're going to be cutting that in half and just welding 2 inches of that onto the spindle. I'll show you after we're done cutting when we start welding on the spindle. We may need to build a brace like that out of 2 different little chunks of flat bar, because we actually thought that both spindles were the same, because logically they should be. But this one is a newer spindle, and that one's an older spindle. We don't know when this spindle was changed out, but it's not the same, so we may just end up having to build that brace like that. Guys, we're at this point now. They ended up actually being 1.5 inches on this one because these spindles are different from these set of spindles. So this set of spindles required 1.5 inch long flat bars to cut in there, and they don't exactly triangulate like on those ones. You can see that these ones are pretty triangulated, and on this one they're kind of just flat. That's okay though, they're still going to brace it up pretty good. Let's get to welding it. Okay, so we actually found out we're going to do it like that. This one needed 2.5 inches, and this one needed 1.5 inches. We found out because this piece, as you can see, is at an angle compared to the rest of it. So we think it's been smashed off and re-welded in the wrong spot after someone hit something, because that's how it's supposed to look. That's how it looks. You can see the seam where it used to be welded right over here. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to welding this stuff up. Alright folks, here's a little view of what we got. I know that there's a couple chunks of welding wire off of here. Sometimes when you're rounding, when you're welding round stuff, sometimes it just comes out. But yeah, here's both sides. This side we ended up having to weld 2 together because it was different from this side, as you guys will remember. That's a little bit weird, but that's okay. You good? Yeah. Working on getting ready to paint this axle here, so we're gonna put that in another part of the video, and yeah, we're gonna show you guys what it all looks together, and yeah. There's our first sort of a coat. And that's covered most of it. Here we go guys, we're putting the tires on it right now. Everything's painted. So yeah. Folks, we're done. It was a super simple swap. It's literally just a spindle swap, but we figured we'd do a quick video on it, just in case you guys were wondering how it was done. Now we're going to move on to Beast 1 off camera. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.